Morning traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones this morning? So a couple of things, and I think the first thing to take note of would be we have broken this trend, okay, and we've come back to test it. Now, if I just get down to the 1 hour, and sorry, let's just tidy that up on the 1 hour, and let's take it from there. Okay, so there it is there. So we broke through, and then in the public holiday time frame, we've come back and tested this and broken away. So if we're going to take that as the truth, so in other words, we've broken out this channel, tested, ran away, and we've come back slightly again. If we're going to take this as the truth, then we should be expecting more upside. Okay, so if we look at the futures market, that's exactly what is indicating. Now, the other thing that is interesting is the fact that we had this rally at the close on Friday into a long weekend. So we had a 90-point rally at the close just before long weekend, and you would have expected there to be a sell-off before the long weekend as people got out of their trades completely. So this could have been profit taking with the guys that were sitting short for the 2 days. Okay. Or alternatively, it could have been people stepping in, seeing some value there. So difficult one to call, especially because it was before a long weekend. It's just very interesting to see that we have some serious buying here. Now, if you look at what's happened already this morning, we've got lots of buyers here in this zone. So let's just put a block here. So we've got buyers stepping in around here. Okay, so for now we have a sleeping alligator, and I think we need to just get down to, I would actually just get down further to 12 or 15 minutes and wait and see what happens. So if I look at the 12 minutes here, you can see down, up, down. Look at the diversions. See price making lower lows and oscillators making higher highs. There, okay? And then we've got a rounding bottom here as well. So this is an indication that this is done. Okay, what I want to do is just delete that. And then I want to put another one in here. Okay, not 100%, but that'll do. So basically, if you look here, we've got a double bottom and we've broken through and we're testing it again. So I would expect us, based on that, to come back and test that level up there. Okay, so unfortunately for me, the way I trade this after public holiday is a wait and see. So I can't really take too much into what happened yet the day before. So this breakout and retest, I can't pay attention to it too much. So I pay more attention to the levels on the previous day, which would be Friday. Okay, and those levels are quite simple. So this fractal is correct. I just want to get to 30 minutes. So that's the first fractal that we need to break. So this level is a level I'm looking to break to the upside. So that is 29030. Okay. Sorry. What am I doing? 29. Sorry about that. So it's 26033. 26033 is a level I'm looking for break the upside. If we do get that, then there is a good chance that this channel break plays out and we move to the upside. Okay. I'm not sure I would be looking for shorts here. Even if we do move to the downside, I'd be looking for a reason to get long. And the only reason for that is because we are still in an uptrend. Okay, so for me, the Dow Jones 4 hour indicates what trend we're in. And for me, we are in an uptrend, and this has been a consolidation. Okay, now there is something else to take notes of here. Okay, so we could argue that this has been the break and retest of this channel break as well. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of drawing this this channel wedge, whatever you want to call it. Essentially, it is a consolidation to the downside. Okay, so this could be seen as a break and a retest, and yeah, so that's kind of the way that I'm looking at this at the moment, is to say we're looking for a break of, I would say, this level here to the downside, and then I'm going to pick up this first 4-hour bar this morning there. So that's kind of the range that I'm looking at the moment. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, so this break to the downside would be significant, so that would give us more downside. So 25355. Okay, so that's the level we need to watch the downside. If we get any bullish action here, then to me that would be an indication to get in long. And the fact that we are hogging this 200 moving average on the half hour right now does indicate to me that there is potential that we're going to hold this level. And obviously a break to the upside, I'm looking for a break of let's call it 2600. So we're looking for a break of 26000 for any move to the upside. Now I am looking for a swing trade here, and I'll tell you what I'm looking at is I am looking for my second move to the upside. So we've had a good move to the upside, and then we've consolidated for quite some time to the downside. So now I'm looking for my second push up. My second push up, definitely first level would be to target this 26172 area, and then the second level should be a measured move up to the top there, and if I'm not mistaken, that should be the previous high or pretty close. I've got these tails here. Okay, so what level is that? That is 26380. Okay, so 26380 is what I'm looking at playing out here. So in other words, we have consolidated the downside over 3 days. Yesterday, a public holiday, I'm not going to pay much attention to that. But what I will do is pay attention to what's happening on the data today. So I'm looking for a break of either 26000 for a move to the upside, or alternatively 25955, a break to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And if we do break the downside, I'm really looking at either the low of Friday will definitely be an area where buyers will step in, and the other area will be this 1 hour 200 moving average here. Okay, so any move to the downside, I would expect us to find some support between 25915 and 25880. Okay, and that would be an area for another long for me. Okay, so last thing to point out here is what could potentially happen is that this is our consolidation zone. Okay, in other words, we may get to this level, bounce down, and then just consolidate here until the geopolitical noise sort of softens, or all the investors start discounting it. Okay, so that's kind of my take on the Dow. So those are the areas that I'm looking for my swing trade, and anything that happens either side of this pin bar here is going to indicate a move to the upside. But again, looking at this at the close of the Dow, the market of the Dow, you can see these two bars here, the close on Friday. There were lots of buyers that stepped in just before a 3-day weekend, and you've got to ask yourself, why is that? Normally you would expect selling to happen as people got out of their positions, not knowing what's going to happen. Okay, and then you can see this morning, the second hour of trade this morning, we had buyers step in here, a lot of buyers. Okay, so something in what you can see in this is telling you buyers are stepping in, and there is a possibility we move to the upside. Okay, and also you can see shoulder, head, shoulder. If you look at it from public holiday data, or shoulder, this data that's happening before market opens. Anyway, you want to look at it, this is our consolidation area, and we're looking for a break of it. That's basically what it boils down to. Okay, and obviously my bias is the upside because we are in a trend to the upside, so that's what I'm looking for. So again, this is going to be one to watch during the European Open and see what happens here. This is a double bottom, and it will more than likely be a Bollinger double bottom as well. If we just show you why I say that. Oops, wrong one. We want clean break. Okay, you see how price is outside the Bollinger Bands, and then you see how it doesn't go outside the Bollinger Band. So this is a W bottom. Okay, and you see that you don't always need your Bollinger to pick it up. If you look at the percentage, Williams percentage R here, you can see the diversions, and that normally always lines up with a Bollinger W double bottom. Okay, and the last thing that you just look here is you can see how the 20 period moving average on the 12 is holding up price, and you'll find we're just below it on the 1 hour and on the 4 hour. Okay, so for me, it's really a case of wait and see what happens at the US Open. Sorry, at the European Open today. You can see the alligator sleeping, so you're looking for a break above or a break below. And that's basically what it boils down to. Okay, so that's me for now, and I think even this break, I'd be very wary of. Where's the gap? There's the gap. Okay, so ignore this gap. Public holiday data, ignore it. This is your closing candle here, and this is where we're hovering, right on the Friday close. Okay, so basically that's why you want to use this fractal and this fractal as your breakout levels. Okay, this breakout level, keep looking left for, it'll find supports pretty close. I don't think it'll break through that far. And if we do break the upside, then you're looking for Friday's high, and then ultimately you're looking for these highs up here. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this. I hope it helps, but I think just a word of warning, just be very careful. So you may find people still trying to manipulate the market up until the period that the US opens. So in other words, they could be pushing it down or pushing it up. And what you'll find is that at the US Open, we will come back to close this gap. So in other words, we'll come back to visit this 2600 area somewhere along the line. And it's a round number, so you can see how we've been flirting with it quite some time. Okay, so that is the level we need to watch. If we can get above it and stay above it, then I would be inclined to keep my trades to the long side and be looking for pretty much all these levels to the upside, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a previous high, go visit this 26,700 area. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm doing on the Dow. I hope it helps, but yeah, just be careful and keep those stops really tight. Okay, anyway guys, enjoy the day, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.